Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is December 23rd, 2024, and today we're going to discuss how the board of directors feels about Hansi Flick after Barcelona's defeat at the hands of Atletico de Madrid. Also, Barcelona are reportedly interested in Sevilla's midfielder. And finally, Cancelo would be willing to make a sacrifice to come back to Barcelona. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and let's begin this video by discussing how does the board of directors feels after Barcelona's defeat at the hands of Atletico de Madrid. Now, there's been a lot of articles out there talking about how Flick is currently against the ropes, that the board of directors are very disappointed in him, that they could be thinking about sacking him. But I'm here to tell you that those reports are absolutely false. There's no truth to those reports, and in fact, it's the total opposite. The board of directors are incredibly happy with Hansi Flick. They see that the team has improved in every aspect under the German coach, and they don't believe that the dip in form or this series of bad results are due to Hansi Flick. They think it's more due to a mental and physical aspect of the players, which of course I totally agree. And not only that, despite Barcelona losing against Atletico Madrid, the board of directors were actually very happy with the performance of the team, where they think that that's exactly the blueprint to win, that if the team follows that blueprint every single match, the victories will come, the trophies will come. So no, there's no truth that the board of directors are disappointed in Flick and that they are looking to sack him. Now, I think I agree 100% with this. I actually made a video about it yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. But I think that this team has absolutely shown that when they are focused, when they come out motivated, when they play with intensity, they have the capability of defeating any team out there. We saw that during the first 3 months of La Liga, where this team was an absolute steamroller, defeating every team in their way, defeating them convincingly, and defeating them through thrashing after thrashing after thrashing. And it didn't matter who it was, whether it was Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or Valladolid. But unfortunately, the team stopped trying, and that's when we started seeing the drop in points. But even during these last 2 months where the team has not been performing well, we've still seen good performances against Brest, against Red Star, against Dortmund in the Champions League, against Mallorca, and even against Atletico Madrid, because despite the defeat, Barcelona did play much, much better than the Madrid-based club. We deserved to win, but unfortunately, we were unlucky. So this team has shown time and time again that when they want to, they have the capability of competing against anyone. And that's good, because in other words, the solution is in their hands. All they have to do is play with the same intensity as they played the first 3 months of La Liga against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And well, the rest will follow, and we'll be able to compete for any trophy. I'm not saying we're going to win, but at least we'll be able to compete. Now, speaking of the match against Atletico Madrid, it's been revealed how Gavi was upset and reprimanded Lewandowski on several occasions. Now, Lewandowski was tasked with initiating Barcelona's pressing. However, he consistently positioned himself in the midfield, and this allowed Clément Lenglet to advance with the ball, acting like another midfielder, which put extra pressure on Barcelona's midfield, because now they had to deal with another midfielder, which was Clément Lenglet. And this happened during the 35th to 45th minute. And on several occasions, Gabi was seen yelling at Lewandowski, telling him, hey, like, what the hell are you doing? Go press Lenglet. And even after the whistle blew, Gabi was seen heading to Lewandowski to ask him, what's going on? What are you doing? You need to press Lenglet. Lewandowski explained his position, continued moving, and then Gabi was seen going back to Pedri and talking to him about, hey, look what's going on. Like, Lewandowski is not focused. And this highlights a couple of things. The first thing is how disconnected and how terrible of a match Lewandowski had against Atletico Madrid. I think he should have been subbed at the 45th minute. At the halftime. But more importantly, it just highlights how Gabi is and always has been a captain without an armband. And I just gotta say, I'm very, very happy to see Gabi back because he has always been the heart of the team. Xabi said it, the other players have said it, Gabi has always been the heart of the team. Not only does he play with so much intensity, but he wants to see his teammates playing with the same intensity. And well, this is yet another example of Gabi wanting to see Lewy, trying to push Lewy, encourage Lewy, please do more, because that's the kind of player Gabi is, which, by the way, had a really good match, especially taking into consideration that he just came back from being a year injured. Really good match by Gabi, and I look forward to seeing him more on the field. Now, more news, since we did just mention the midfield, but more news because Barcelona are reportedly interested in Sevilla's midfielder, Lucien Agumé. Now, if you haven't heard of Lucien Agumé, he's a 22-year-old defensive midfielder who can also play as a center midfielder. He is a promising midfielder that Sevilla signed from Inter Milan, but they only own 50% of the rights in the player. They bought those 50% of rights for 4 million euros. However, they do have the option of buying 40% more of the player's rights for another 4 million euros. So for 8 million, they would own 90% of the rights of the player. And it's reported that Barcelona have been tracking this midfielder, and they have taken some interest in him because he is known for his ability to control the midfield and circulate possession. And of course, that's something that Barcelona always looks for in their midfielders. And as such, it's reported that Barcelona have taken an interest in Lucien Agumé. That's what's at least being reported in the Italian media. I have my doubts because, as we know, Barcelona are not looking for midfielders. They're looking to reinforce the left wing, the two fullbacks, and eventually the center forward. And at the midfield, we have our midfield is pretty stacked, and not only is it stacked with some very talented players. So I have my doubts about this report, but that's what the Italian media are reporting. So I wanted to bring you this news to you. You decide whether it's true or not. Anyways, we will end today's video with the news that Joao Cancelo is reportedly willing to sacrifice and do whatever he has to take to come back to Barcelona. Now, it's no secret that Joao Cancelo has always wanted to stay in Barcelona, or at least after his one season loan, wanted to stay in Barcelona. In fact, he did everything he could to try to stay in Barcelona this past summer transfer market, even waiting until the final moments of the summer transfer market to try to make a move to Barcelona. But of course, Barcelona did not have Joao Cancelo as a priority. Plus, the only way they would sign Joao Cancelo was on loan, which of course Manchester City were not willing to do so. So Cancelo ended up joining Al Hilal for 20 million euros. And despite Al Hilal doubling the salary of the Portuguese fullback, it's reported that Cancelo would be willing to forego that huge pay increase in order to come back to Barcelona. Now, of course, Joao Cancelo is not really on Barcelona's radar. Yes, Barcelona are looking to reinforce the two fullbacks, but they're, of course, looking for, a younger fullback that can develop within the club, or at least on the right. On the left, they're looking for more experience, someone that can compete with Alejandro Balde. But definitely Cancelo is not on Barcelona's list. So it looks like for now it's going to remain a dream for Joao Cancelo, and as it should be, because honestly, he was way too inconsistent to be a Barcelona player. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do the podcast earlier today. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.